Welcome, all. We're going to start recording now. And I'm going to give a quick introductions for those of you who don't know us or don't know WPI. Nothing too big. I just want to remind everybody that these are being recorded and will be posted on YouTube for your parents to watch when you get home. It won't be instantaneous. It'll take a few days, but it'll be there pretty soon. Okay, and you can find it in the YouTube Venice Project Center channel. We are here hosted by Serendipity, which is a benefit company, which actually is an acronym, stands for Serenissima Development and Preservation Through Technology. And it's an organization that has a very clear mission, simple mission, but complicated, which is to contribute to repopulating Venice by fostering the creation of jobs. Because, for those of you who don't know, Venice lost 3/4 of its population since World War II. We're down to less than 48,000 people now, down from 200,000. And the main reason why people leave is the lack of jobs. So we're really focused on fostering that in any way we can. The place we're in, we call it the H3 Factory. It's obviously a former church. I don't think that needs to be explained. Here's an old map. There it is in 1528. But then it was closed down in the early 1800s and turned into a factory. For 100 years, this was a factory where garments were made. And if you walked in as late as the 1980s, so not that long ago, these floors went all the way across these apses. And so when you walked in, there was a ceiling over your head. And these frescoes were all painted over. You can still see the places where they opened doors and things for the floors up there. So what you see now is the restoration that the city of Venice conducted in the early 2000s with European money. And the church was brought back out, the floors were cut, and that modern glass and steel enclosure was put in place. And the purpose for the restoration is to turn this into a business incubator. And that's all it can be because of the European funding, so it will forever be a business incubator. So what we do with Serendipity is three main things. We do a startup accelerator in the fall with MIT. We're in the process right now of selecting the 5th cohort. Every year we select 10 startups from the territory around Venice and the best candidates. And these people do 4 two-day workshops here through the fall, and then there's a final pitch. And then the faculty from MIT fly in from Boston to conduct these workshops. So as I said, this is the 5th cohort, so by the end of this year, we'll have produced about 50 startups, which is, this is how you start the process of repopulating Venice. We hope they're all successful and create jobs. We also do cultural events in the church space here. Those of you who were here earlier up until the 10th of June, there was a very nice Biennale exhibit in here, which some people consider one of the best in Venice. And they dismantled it about 2 weeks ago. So that we do a lot of those kinds of things. We do concerts and things like that. And the third thing we do is research. In part, obviously, with WPI students. We've been doing that since 1988. But we also do our own grants. We've done every year we have grants going on. Right now there's an ongoing grant on the blue economy in the Adriatic, so how to create jobs that connect to the sea. So we always focus on jobs. For those of you who don't know WPI, which is probably just Paul here, I don't know, I guess the other people all know, but WPI was founded in 1865, which actually is 1 year before Venice became part of Italy, interestingly. And for those who don't know, we have about 7,000 students at WPI, and about 70-degree programs. One of the things that everybody who gets a bachelor degree at WPI has to do is complete a junior year, third year requirement called the IQP, which usually involves teams of 4 and frequently is done abroad at one of these 40 centers that we have all around the world, this being just one of them at this point. But when we started, there was only 2 dots on this map, one in London and one right here in Venice. So we're the second oldest center. At the first, where English was not the primary language, so we go back quite a ways. And we've had about 1,000 students since 1988 and about 270 projects. And we made a lot of contributions to the city that, include yours, obviously, that we're going to see today. And in 2028, we'll turn 40, so that we're aiming for this big anniversary that's coming up, and we'll celebrate it in style. The idea is to publish every one of these topics that you guys studied, to publish a booklet on each one of them and put it out into the world on paper as well as online. Everything we do ends up at some point in the VeniceProjectCenter.org website. We're now in the process, as you know, of creating all these new websites. We will get them done at some point. And we also are putting together these repositories, which every team is asked to do, where the raw data and the actual files for everything are collected. So, before we hand it over to the first team, I want to thank the audience, the guests that came today, and those who will watch us on YouTube. Thank the Comune, which is the city of Venice, which owns this place. We are partners with them by operating this space for them. We'll thank Serendipity staff, in particular Michaela, but you guys had a lot of interactions with them. And extra thanks to Michaela and Ali, of course, the other big collaborator that we have. And thank you to the advisors who were here for the past 2 months and have been following the students since January, or no, March it was. So Natalie, Fernie, and Grant, those of you who don't know them, thank you for doing a great job with the students this term. And I thank the 5 teams of WPI students who are now about to present. With you, we're going to be up to 276 teams after today. All right, so this is the sequence of presentations. We'll start with the public space team, and we'll just hand it over to them and get going. All right, thank you all.